And we are back. Predictions, week 6 edition. And in the last episode, I ended up going a respectable 9-5, putting my season total up to 57-21, as well as getting the lock of the week right, which makes me at 4-1 now for lock of the week. We're going to get right into it by going over the games I got wrong last week. We ended up getting the Saints-Patriots wrong, the Texans-Falcons, the Jets-Broncos, the Cowboys-49ers, and the Packers-Raiders all wrong. But without further ado, starting out Thursday Night Football, October 12th at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time, we have the Broncos who are 1-4 and the Chiefs who are 4-1. The Broncos are in that position where they're probably going to clean house at some point in the near future. I'm talking about in the next 3 weeks with the trade deadline being so close. And personally, I think this is just going to add insult to injury. So I'm going to take the Chiefs, give the Broncos another reason to move on because, I just don't see them being competitive this year. Entering our 9:30 a.m. game, this will be played in London, I believe, the third in a row. It could be playing in Germany, but I have no idea. It's going to be the Ravens and the Titans. The Ravens 3-2 and the Titans 2-3. The Ravens. Oh, we should probably go over last week's game. So the Broncos ended up losing 31-21 to the Jets last week after talking all that crap, and the Chiefs, they ended up winning 27-20 against the Vikings. The only big thing is Travis Kelce did end up getting injured in that game, so hopefully he's okay. And Ravens, they ended up losing 17-10 to the Steelers. Meanwhile, the Titans ended up losing 23-16 to the Colts. And speaking of Colts, in case you're curious, just as I'm recording this, Anthony Richardson has been put on IR, so he's going to be out for at least 4 games. I think the Ravens are going to win this game. I think this is going to be a very entertaining game. This is a game where I expect, it to be like both teams are scoring around the 20 to low 30 range. And it's going to be a one-score game, I feel like, all the way till the end. I'm going to take the Ravens, though, to win a nail-biter. Moving into our 1 o'clock games, we have the Panthers and the Dolphins. The Panthers are 0-5. The Dolphins are 4-1. Panthers, they ended up losing yet again last week to the Detroit Lions, 42-24. And they are now the only winless team remaining in the NFL after the Bears got their win. And the Dolphins, they ended up doing what the Dolphins do best and dominating their game as they won 31-16 to the Giants. Without much hesitation, I'm going to take the Dolphins. If the Dolphins lose this game, they're going to lose a lot of respect, not just from me, but from around the league. So you got this, Dolphins. Don't blow it. Next, we have the Saints and the Texans. The Saints are 3-2. Texans are 2-3. The Saints ended up winning, putting up a big old donut. Holding a donut. 34-0 against the Patriots. Ooh. I was not expecting that game, if you couldn't tell. I was expecting the Patriots to win that one. They didn't even score a point. And the Texans, they lost a nail-biter, 21-19, I believe, to the Falcons. Lost off of a game-winning field goal. The Texans are going to bounce back. Listen, it's the Texans. I am so high on this team right now. I feel like I'm picking the Texans every week now. I'm going to take the Texans. Next, we have the Commanders and the Falcons. The Commanders are 2-3. The Falcons are 3-2. The Commanders ended up losing to who I picked to be the lock of the week, the Chicago Bears, 40-20. And the Falcons ended up winning The Falcons ended up winning 20-18 to the Texans. I'm going to take the Commanders here. I feel like Taylor Heinicke's going to really help with that, helping out against the Commanders. But at the same time, I thought the same thing about Trey Lance, and that didn't go very well. So maybe Taylor Heinicke's different. But give me the Commanders. Next, we have the Colts, who are 3-2, and the Jaguars, who are 3-2. A little AFC South rivalry. Both teams picking up the wins. The Colts 23-16 over the Titans. The Jaguars The Jaguars won at some point. That's all I know. But I'm going to pick the Jaguars to win this game because the Jaguars just give up. Oh, the Jaguars won in London against the Bills. Of course. How did I forget that? I watched that game. That was one of the few games I was able to watch. 25-20. I think the Jaguars are going to build off of their momentum. They're going to pick up another win. And it's not going to be very close. As much as I love Minshew Mania, I just don't think he's going to get it done. It's been a while since he's played on the Jaguars, so he can't really help with the information there. Plus, they've had a head coach change since, so. But I expect this game to be very, and I mean very entertaining. So, if you're watching Sunday games, I'd suggest probably Colts Jaguars. Next, we have the Seahawks and the Bengals. This is another one I think will be very interesting. The Seahawks 3-1. They had a bye week last week, and the Bengals are 2-3. They ended up beating the Cardinals 34-20. I think the Bengals are going to win this one. The Bengals just give off like this is a perfect matchup for them. I think they're going to win it. I'm going bold. I'm going to take the Bengals. I think it's going to be relatively low scoring to start, but then it's going to really ramp up in the second half. But I think the Bengals are going to win in a nail-biter. Next, we have the Vikings and the Bears. Battle for last in the NFC North. We have both of them 1-4. Vikings lost 27-20 to the Chiefs. Bears won 40-20 against the Commanders. This is what I like to call a literal toss-up. This game could go 50-50, and I am glad I got both of them out of the way for lock of the week. Because here's the thing. I would no doubt in my mind pick the Vikings if they had Justin Jefferson. But he's out at least the next 4 games because he's on IR. And I would pick the Bears, but just because Justin Fields is doing good doesn't mean he's not going to drop off and go back to week 1, week 2, week 3 Justin Fields. I have the Vikings circled down, but this is like a game I would not be surprised if I changed. So if you ever want to check my Twitter, or now X, YoshiZ_YZ, you'll see whatever game picks I change. If you don't see anything, that means I didn't change my pick. Give me the Vikings. Next, we have the 49ers and the Browns, the final 1 o'clock game. 49ers 5-0, Browns are 2-2. The Browns had a bye week last week, and the 49ers won 42-14. 42-10. So even better against the Cowboys. And boy, let me tell you, I've never been so happy to be wrong about a Cowboys game in my life. The Cowboys were talking all this crap. Like, oh, we're 3-1. Man, we're the team to beat. Then you play a good team. You get your ass kicked. I'm taking the 49ers, but once again, this is a game I also don't feel comfortable about. And that's surprising to say when I have the 49ers as the number 1 team. I feel like the Browns are sneaky. Like, they're Super Bowl contenders. Don't be surprised if I switch up. Our only 405 game is the Patriots and the Raiders. The Patriots 1-4. They ended up losing 34-0 to the Saints. And the Raiders 2-3. They ended up winning 17-13 to the Packers. Isn't it convenient that it's the only 405 game? It's also going to be my lock of the week. We're going to lock in the Patriots. I know, this is very unconventional of me. The Raiders won last time the Patriots played. And that, lateral BS where Chandler Jones? Yeah. Took it to the house. I am taking the Patriots. Don't get me wrong. This is a one-time thing. I think the Patriots are going to win this game and go right back to sucking. I don't know who the quarterback for the Patriots are going to be either, which is why it's even more scary. But I also just want to get the Patriots out of the way because I've been riding so high on them. I want to kind of have my confidence be set with this team where I know I have to think about picking them. Give me the Patriots, and that's all. Lock of the week. Boy, is this like the most uncomfortable lock of the week I've had so far. 425, we got a few of them. We have the Lions and the Buccaneers. The Lions 4-1, the Buccaneers 3-1. Buccaneers had a bye week last week, and the Lions won 42-24 against the Panthers. It was absolute domination. I'm going to pick the Lions. I think the bye week's going to help with the Buccaneers. I think it's going to be close, but unfortunately, you're not going to get the job done. You're going to fall just short to the Lions. Next, we have Cardinals and Rams. Cardinals are 1-4. Rams are 2-3. Nice little NFC West matchup. The Cardinals ended up losing to the Bengals 34 to 20, something like that. And the Rams ended up losing 23-14 to the Eagles. I'm going to take the Rams. But I'm not confident about this game. If this was not a division game, I would have had the Rams as my lock of the week. But since it is, I can't pick it because I just don't know how it's going to go. I don't trust the Rams enough with division games. So give me the Rams, but not as the lock. Eagles-Jets, this is no-brainer. Eagles 5-0, Jets 2-3. The Eagles picked up 23-14 win over the Rams, as we just talked about, and the Jets won 31-21 against the Broncos. Give me the Eagles. I'm sorry, Jets. I just don't have confidence in you. Sunday Night Football. We have the Giants, who are 1-4, and the Bills, who are 3-2. The Giants lost another game last week, 31-16 to the Dolphins, and the Bills lost to the Jaguars, 25-20. Give me the Bills, man. I don't know why the Giants were in another primetime game. You gotta sub them out, bro. But give me the Bills. And finally, Monday night, we have the Cowboys and the Chargers. Cowboys are 3-2. Chargers are 2-2. The Chargers had a bye week last week, and the Cowboys lost 42-10 to the 49ers. I'm taking the Cowboys, man. I don't see the Cowboys losing back-to-back games. I just don't see it. Give me the Cowboys. And in case you need a recap, my season record's 57-21. Last week I went 9-5. My lock of the week, I'm so far 4-1. And my bye in the bye week is the Packers, who are 2-3, and the Steelers, who are 3-2. So that's gonna do it. To recap my picks, I have the Chiefs, Ravens, Dolphins, Texans, Commanders, Jaguars, Bengals, Vikings, 49ers, Patriots, Lions, Rams, Eagles, Bills, Cowboys winning, with the Patriots being the lock of the week. And in case you care about the playoff picture, the Dolphins and the 49ers are currently repping the 1 seeds. They will end up getting a bye if the season ended today. Repping the 2 seeds are the Chiefs and the Eagles, the 7 seeds being the Bills and the Cowboys, the 3 seeds being the Steelers and the Lions, the 6 seeds being the Ravens and the Falcons, and then the 4 seeds being the Jaguars, Buccaneers, and the 5 seeds being the Colts and the Seahawks. That's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I will see you guys next time. I don't know when. I work all weekend, starting Friday, ending Monday, so who knows if there's going to be a Browns franchise. But you'll see me again on Tuesday at the latest with predictions. Power rankings. So goodbye. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.